In this video, we're going to talk about the latest news with Walt Disney World and their new Park Pass reservation system. We're also going to talk about what attractions will be open when the parks begin to open again, and also we'll give you the latest update from Disneyland and the Disney Cruise Line. So let's get into all the news. Hey there, my name's Eric D, and on this channel my hope is always to make your next Disney adventure a little bit more magical, with tips and tricks, food reviews, and vlogs, things like that. But lately, we've been doing a lot of these news updates because there's so much news coming out of the parks as they prepare to reopen in the coming weeks. So hopefully at some point we can get back to fun things like food reviews and things like that. But for now, more news, more updates. And in this video specifically, we're going to talk about the Park Pass reservation system, which if you want to get into Walt Disney World, you'll need to reserve to get in. And also we'll be talking about what attractions will be available. The Disney Parks blog said, to manage attendance during the reopening period, we are introducing the new Disney Park Pass system. During this time, all guests with a ticket or annual pass will be required to make a reservation in advance for each park entry, using this new online tool on DisneyWorld.com. They go on to say, at this time guests will be able to select one park per day. Visiting more than one park per day will be temporarily unavailable upon the reopening of the theme parks due to attendance limitations. Guests with existing tickets that include Park Hopper option or Park Hopper Plus option have options available to them for ticket modifications and cancellations. We hope to bring back the ability to visit more than one park per day soon, and will continue to offer these add-ons for 2021 ticket purchases. The way this Park Pass reservation system is going to work is starting yesterday, on June 22nd, Disney Resort and other select hotel guests with valid theme park admissions could make reservations. And I know from reading a lot of reports that a lot of people for the first few hours weren't able to get in because the computer system kept shutting down and blocking them out. Most of the people I was hearing from after a few hours were able to get in and make their reservations, but by midway through the day, some of those park reservations for the resort hotel guests were filling up, especially for Hollywood Studios. There were starting to be days where you couldn't reserve for Hollywood Studios because it was already filled up. Then starting on June 26, 2020, annual pass holders without a resort stay can make reservations. And then beginning on June 28, 2020, existing ticket holders can make reservations. Currently, they still aren't allowing people to buy more tickets or annual passes. They said maybe later on in 2020 they will open that up depending on how things are going, but currently they're not doing that. So you can see that this really is a measured approach for how many people they're going to be letting into the parks, and that they're being pretty cautious about that. They also let some other news out that starting in 2021, they're no longer going to be sending complimentary magic bands to the resort hotels when you book a trip that way. Instead, you can use your room key or you can use your phone, kind of like you do at Disneyland, to both get into the park instead of your magic band or to retrieve your fast passes, things of that nature. So you can see that there are going to be some lasting impacts happening with the changes that are taking place right now. So pay attention to these things because it will impact even trips far into the future. I think that it's going to be a different experience. For annual pass holders without a Disney hotel reservation, you're allowed to book up to 3 days in the parks. And then of course, once you use one day, you can book another day. For those who do have a hotel reservation, you can book pretty much for the length of your stay. For those of you who do have hotel reservations, tickets, or annual passes at Walt Disney World, Disney has outlined the following 4 steps when making Park Pass reservations. First, you need to make sure you link your admission ticket to your Disney account. You need to create your party so you're all grouped together. Select a date and park, and then review and confirm your plans. Disney has also released which attractions will be available, so I will share that list for each park, starting with the Magic Kingdom. Since many of the larger shows and character meet and greets won't be happening, Disney has announced that each park will have special entertainment. I'll also include that on this list. Here's the list for Animal Kingdom. Here's the list for Epcot. And here's the list for Hollywood studios. The attractions that currently won't be open are usually involving high-touch areas or a lot of close indoor seating, like Casey Jr.'s Splash and Soak Station, Frontierland's Shootin' Arcade, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, the Beauty and the Beast Sing-Along in Epcot, the Indiana Jones Stunt Show in Hollywood Studios, and other attractions like that. Disney has also announced for the time being, PhotoPass photographers won't handle guests' personal devices such as cell phones and cameras. This is a smart move, of course, when it comes to cutting down on germs and spreading those things, and also it does offer Disney an opportunity to sell more pictures and have people download their digital versions. Disney World has also announced that all the 2020 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party events have been canceled. Since the big offerings for those nights are fireworks, parades, and character meet and greets and dance parties, it makes sense that they would have to cancel those nights. And while Disneyland doesn't start selling their Halloween event tickets usually until July, I think it's a safe bet that Disneyland will also be canceling theirs with the same concern because of the large World of Color Halloween show, the parades, the character meet and greets. The same concerns are on the West Coast. When it comes to Disneyland, we do have some exciting news that the Grand Californian Hotel and the Paradise Pier Hotel have both been given the green light to reopen on July 23rd, along with the Downtown Disney District. What is interesting about that is while those areas have been given the green light, at this point they say Disneyland and California Adventure are still pending government approval. So looks like some of the areas are approved right now, but they're still waiting to hear on Disneyland and California Adventure. But exciting news there, and also Disneyland Paris recently announced that they are going to be opening on July 15th. So a lot of the parks are going to be open by mid-July. Another area of Disney that we haven't heard much about, and there's been some changes recently, is with the Disney Cruise Line. All the major cruise lines have kind of been in limbo because they haven't heard any updates from the CDC, and most of the major cruise lines had planned to start up again at the end of July for large ships leaving US ports. But without any official announcement from the CDC on if that would be approved, the Cruise Line International Association made an announcement that affected kind of all the big cruise lines, and Disney specifically said this. In alignment with today's announcement from Cruise Lines International Association regarding the voluntary extension of suspending passenger operations from US ports, Disney Cruise Line is canceling Disney Dream and Disney Fantasy sailings through September 15th, 2020. And the Disney Magic had previously canceled their cruises up till then because they were over in Europe, and the Disney Wonder had also canceled their cruises at that point because they were going to be up in the Alaska area. And so up until September 15th, it doesn't look like any of the Disney cruise ships will be going. And who knows at September 15th if they'll have to push it back further or if they'll be able to start cruising then. As Disney did say in the investor call, they knew that the cruise line would be the last area of their business to be coming back just because of the close quarters, all the high touch areas, all of those things. So let me know in the comments below what you think about all this news. I know it was a lot of Walt Disney World news, the Park Pass reservation system. What's your thoughts? All the attractions that will be available, which I was pretty impressed with the list of what's available. Of course, you're still not getting those fireworks and those parades, but they are going to have a lot of fun things going on with some additional entertainment. So let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Hopefully this coming week we'll get more information from Disney about Disneyland's Park Pass reservation system because we are under a month until Disneyland reopens. So big things coming our way. Hopefully you are still staying safe and healthy. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all again real soon. Bye.